Hey, it's been a while since we've done one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Classic Wrestling Series, episode 41. Ladies and gentlemen, today I feel like we need to go back to WCW, ladies and gentlemen. So, the pay-per-view is WCW. It's March 16th, 1997. We are in North Charleston in South Carolina, which is weird to say. We are at the North Charleston Coliseum. The tagline is, "You never see it coming." That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is WCW Uncensored 1997. Ladies and gentlemen, the main event will be a triple threat elimination tag team match featuring Team NWO, Team Piper, and Team WCW. This is going to be quite enjoyable. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the pay-per-view. Uncensored 1997. What happened in the main event? Ladies and gentlemen, in the main event, going into this match, there are three teams consistent of four people. So basically, each team had a specific winning condition if their team won. So if Team WCW won, all the titles held by NWO at this time would be stripped, and the members, so basically all members, would not be allowed to wrestle for the titles for 3 years. Pretty extreme. If Piper's team won, then Piper would have a steel cage match against Hogan for the WCW Championship. And if NWO won, all members would challenge for any title at their desired time. So basically, take Hall and Nash, they would be able to go for the tag team titles whenever they wanted. So that is the story going into the main event. Also, ladies and gentlemen, basically this is going to be a fun pay-per-view because I've not seen it before, and that's basically the main thing. This is the main priority of the show. It is Team Piper versus Team WCW versus Team NWO. This is actually pretty good. So on commentary, we have got Tony Schiavone, Bobby Heenan, and Dusty Rhodes, baby. And Mike today will be on commentary for the Lucha Libre match with Prince Ike versus Rey Mysterio. And now it's time for the US Heavyweight title match between Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero in a no disqualification match. These two. This is going to be good. Let's watch it. So we just had Eddie Guerrero versus Dean Malenko for the WCW US Championship. This match was good. There was a few botches in there, but they were able to cover them up pretty quickly and pretty goodly. Good. But then Stitz comes out near the end, and that just fucking ruined it for me. But I'll talk about that in just a second. Great psychology between Eddie and Dean. Dean going for the five-star frog splash, and then a two count, and then lifting Eddie up, and then literally Eddie going for the Texas Cloverleaf, which he would name the something the with something of El Paso. I can't remember the actual name of the move, but he would take that and use it in his repertoire. These two are so good, like the best of their ability. I mean, Dean is a really underrated wrestler, and Eddie Guerrero's Eddie fucking Guerrero. But like I said, Stitch, the whole shit with Stitch was not needed at back. He tries to steal the US title. Eddie grabs him. He tries to swing for the. Stitch tries to use the video camera that he's got with him, throws it into the ring. Dean grabs it, even though it's a no DQ match, whatever. Eddie tries to swing at Dean with the title. But Dean hits Eddie with the video camera. 1, 2, 3. Dean is your new United States champion. And it wasn't needed. I feel like it should have just been the title belt and then a roll up for the 1, 2, 3. Personally, but that's by the by. And now we've got Mean Gene, baby, in the backstage talking about something. Anyway, so yeah, we'll talk about that in a second and get to the next match. So we just had a promo from Roddy Piper, and this is why I love Roddy Piper as a promo, as a mouthpiece, because he is so good as a mouthpiece, I think. Especially with the Four Horsemen. So, we have got Jeff Jarrett in the corner of Team Piper as one of the Four Horsemen. I forgot he was actually in the Four Horsemen. Steve Mongo McMichael and Chris Moore in the team. You know what's great? I'm going to say Chris Moore. Yeah, this was a really good promo, especially from Roddy Piper, because he thinks he can't trust the team, and yet he can. We'll find out in the main event. But yeah, it's a good match. So now we have got Psychosis versus Ultimo Dragon coming up. This is going to be bloody good. Again, let's watch it. So we just had Psychosis versus Ultimo Dragon with Sonny Ono in his corner. This match was bloody good. I enjoyed it. 2 matches so far on the pay-per-view and yeah, they've both been really good. A beautiful sitting spinning DDT from Ultimo Dragon onto Psychosis. That was beautiful. Beautiful moonsault by again Ultimo Dragon. Beautiful moonsault from Psychosis. These two are very, very good together, I think. They've had a few tag team matches before where they've been on opposite corners. This was the very first singles match from Mike Today. Definitely having Mike Today out there helps a lot. Let's just say that one. And Ultimo Dragon picks up the win with the Tiger Suplex, and a bloody good Tiger Suplex as well. Also, here's an interesting fact for you that most people don't know. Ultimo Dragon was trained in martial arts by Bruce Lee. In fact, I'll give you a bit of an extract from BleacherReport.com. I have to credit my sources, by the way. He thought that Ultimo Dragon thought that the Japanese style of wrestling was great, but adding more to it would be better. He could add the American style, English, lucha libre, and Japanese style to seemingly make one super wrestler. Ultimo Dragon again, was taught his Japanese style of wrestling, and whilst in Japan, he was trained in martial arts by the legendary Bruce Lee. He was the last student Lee ever had, and Isai felt compelled to make sure the legend of Bruce Lee lived on. He added the martial arts styles to his wrestling performance, and it seemed that once he started doing it, the trainers in Japan did the same. Before Isai, there was some martial arts that took place in the ring. That is actually quite impressive to know. I didn't even know that he was trained in martial arts by Bruce Lee. Never knew that. But yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So we have got a DDP interview to go at. So let's watch it. So we've had DDP come out, talk about Randy Savage. Randy Savage comes out, talks about how Kimberly's in a Playboy magazine or whatever it's called. And then Kimberly comes out with the NWO spray paint. Randy Savage KOs him, sprays NWO on DDP's back. Then Kimberly gets sprayed with the N from Savage, the O from Elizabeth, and then the N from Savage, the W from Elizabeth, and the O from Savage again. So this furthers the feud going into Sprint Stampede of I think next year, where it would be a no disqualification match at Sprint Stampede. So the next match is coming up, so we shall watch it. So we just had Glacier versus Mortis in the third match, and I'm gonna say it, this was okay. It's weird to say that about a Glacier match, but this was technically a martial arts match, but this was good. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was, but yeah, this surprised me. This was good. I mean, there was a lot of high kicks, low kicks. This was basically just a Mortal Kombat match, basically, or a Street Fighter match. But yeah, this was okay. This was a good match, if you want to call it a match. And what the hell? And now we've got a third person coming into the ring. What the hell? Anyway, going back to the match. Oh, I think it's the debut of Hugh Morris. I could be wrong on that one. Or Brian Adams. I don't know either one. But yeah, this was good. Not the best martial arts match I've seen, but yeah, it was okay. It was passable, and it certainly was good. Oh yeah, I think it is Brian Adams. But yeah, it was great. It was a good match. So we'll see what the next match is. So the next match was the American Males Explode! Copyright OSW. As Scotty Riggs takes on Marcus Bagwell in a strap match. Okay, weirdly this match was okay. Not a not the good strap match, but not too bad. Marcus wins, and now we've got an NWO promo. Yay! Whatever. But yeah, the match was okay for strap match reasons, but yeah, it was good. So let's see what these guys have to say. So the promo we had with NWO was about basically just the main event and talking about how they're gonna win and they're gonna guarantee it and stuff like that. Our next matchup was Harlem Heat with Sensational Sherry taking on Public Enemy, and this match was pretty hardcore. I mean, a lot of cutty sheets and pizza rack trays and stuff like that. A very good move by Public Enemy onto Stevie Ray through a table. That was good. Mongo McMichael, Steve McMichael and Jeff Jarrett getting involved to help Harlem Heat get the win was a bit weird. They were supposed to be facing um, Jeff Jarrett and McMichael were supposed to be facing Harlem Heat, Public Enemy, but they're now in the main event. But yeah, I mean, it was a good tornado tag match. I mean, with hardcore stipulations and stuff, hardcore rules. And yeah, it was a good match. So now we're going back to Mean Gene. Let's see this. So we just had Prince Ike here versus Rey Mysterio Jr. And this match, I have to admit, this one was another good match. I'm very happy that I chose Uncensored 1997 because this is a really, really good pay-per-view so far. We'll have to see about the main event, but yeah, this is a good match. I believe that out of the three or four single matches we've had so far, this is up there. I think Dean and Eddie are the best match of the night so far. But yeah, it was a really, really good match. Now we've got the main event, which is the triple threat four man three whatever the main event is called. But yeah, looking forward to it. So let's do it. So we just had the main event, which was the triple threat for whatever match you want to call it, and Team Team NWO win. It was pinfall, submission, or throw your opponent over the top rope. It wasn't too bad. I don't think it could have been a lot worse than it could have been, but it was good. So the crowd is upset. The crowd are going to go home unhappy. But then all of a sudden, Sting comes out of nowhere, hits everybody with baseball bats, and then drops them with Scorpion Death drops. Good way to finish off the pay-per-view, I think. The main event was a bit meh, but the ending was good. So, what did I think of the pay-per-view overall? Surprisingly, for WCW in 97, really good. Like, this was a damn good show from WCW, and I think it would be about 2 years, who would think in 2000 that they would be well sold in a way, and then in 2001 they would actually be going out of business. This is like 4 years before they go out of business, which is it's mind-boggling when you think about it that in that way. I mean, at this point WCW is winning the Monday Night Wars and they're on top, and in 2001 they're dead before WrestleMania 18. 17, sorry, it's mental. So yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, this was a really good show to get me back into get me back into classic wrestling series. Where are we gonna go next? You know what? We've done a WCW pay per view. We've done a WWE pay per view. I think it's time we go back to the land of extreme. I think it's time we go back to ECW. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching episode 41 of the Classic Wrestling Series. TTFN.